everyone, welcome to the Saturday series. And today I want to talk about how I became a teacher. So, about that, there are two stories, and so so I started teaching. So, I basically always wanted to have this sort of thing like teaching, like it just randomly clicked. Honestly, it just randomly clicked. I never thought I'll be a teacher. I never thought I'll actually educate kids or like in general. But okay, so it came from at a time like I used to see there were so many, creators, there were so many kids. When I used to prepare for JE and NEET, there were so many people I knew. So they were in college and then they used to teach along at like platforms like Unacademy and then like mostly an academy and like Vedantu. So, you know, I saw that perspective and I also saw so many, like just students who had ranks turned into educators. So I always had that back in my mind. Okay, I'll also teach English or like I'll also teach something that I am good with it. So I just started this YouTube channel also. But I started this YouTube channel after I got the job, I think, or before that, somewhere around that. Okay, so I got this job at this school which is nearby. I mean, not super nearby, it's still half an hour travel still half an hour travel from my home to that place, and it was good, it was fine, but I left that again for the reason they were just paying me 6,000. I mean, not even 6,000, I think it was initially 5,000, and then they did, after I said like I think 5,500, and then the least they agreed to, it was 6,000. So that is the whole story, and I don't think so I can work in 6,000. It's not practical. Honestly, it's not practical. My one time card is like 1,000 to 2,000 in Blinkit. So and even groceries are not that cheap. So 6,000, and in that 6,000 you also have to manage your travel, you also have to manage your life, you have to also manage your expenses, your clothes, everything. So it's not practical, honestly. And it's not just people teach in school, they also have their coaching thing, they also have kids coming at their houses. So people do earn good. I am not saying teachers don't earn good in India. People who teach in coaching centers, people who like teach at their home, so they charge so good. They are at least earning 30,000, 25 to 30,000 on a basis if they are doing the both, like the school also, the coaching also. But if they're a government teacher, of course, like the salary is enough. And if they're doing coachings, and again it varies for the specialty you're teaching. People are earning lakhs, people are do earn in crores also, who are like signed for these big names. Like now you can say physics wala, or like Akash used to be at a time the most good coaching centers around my area. So now, and then Fiji also, if you have heard, it's not very close to my place, but in Delhi, I think now there are so many coaching centers, but at that time it was very good. And then in Tilak Nagar there were so many. Tilak Nagar, I really said that. In East Delhi, East, right? East, West, West Delhi, right? So there are so many coaching centers for English. So okay, coming back to back to the thing. So I had this one kid who I used to teach, like he was studying in my class. So his mother and his father owned a coaching institute. So they just asked me, if I want to teach. I don't know. It was very weird. They were just looking for people, honestly. It was like nothing I was like special, to be honest. It was just like they normally asked, and I agreed. And then I got the job. They interviewed so many people. I got the job, and honestly, I was 19 years old. They were not paying too good. It was nothing like, oh my god, it was competitive. It was very simple, to be honest. And then there were so many kids. Like I think I taught majorly 8th, 9th, 10th, sometimes 11th, and then I gave sometimes classes to 12th standard as well. So they had weird crowd. They had mixed crowd. I'm not sorry, not the weird, but like mixed crowd, because there were kids from government schools. There were kids who haven't passed their classes. They were just coming, like what was open school. There were few kids who actually have done something. They were suspended. It was weird because it was a very small area, like not a small area. How to say, like village sort of area where I used to go to teach. Coming back to the story, I also left that job also because in between that job, I rejoined my previous company where I was working. They convinced me now they'll give me good salary and stuff, blah blah blah. So I didn't join it like completely. So I managed to do I think 3 to 4 months around. So I used to go in the night for my night shift. I used to come, sleep, get up, sleep for like 6 hours, sometimes 4 hours, get up. And meanwhile in that shift, while I was traveling, I used to prepare my lectures, my everything. And then I was teaching. So like kind of stupid reasons, but I don't know what I did, why I did, but it just happened at that time. Honestly, it's very weird. I like part of me still wishes I never had rejoined with them because then they fired me after doing like after doing them a favor. Like I genuinely did them a favor. That's what I feel like. It's not coming out of ego, but there used to be not a single woman in night shift. I did it for 5 to 6 months, and the reason they fired me, it is very weird. The other job that they fired me, so I was genuinely sick to my like. I was very sick. I had taken 2 to 3 medicines, so I just happened, and that day I was doing double shifts. Like I hadn't slept the whole night, the other night, and then also I was awake the whole day because there was no staff working over there. And you could tell by my face that how sick I was. And and what happened? I was just fired within a flinch. Like he came and there was this very stupid argument, and then he said like, you know what, just pass rak or nikal yahan se. Like the owner, he said that to me. And honestly, I didn't even took for a single second. I just picked, like I literally did that and just left from over there, and nothing happened. And later on, I think it was completely their fault. Honestly, it was completely their fault. Like I swear to God, I didn't even have this much mistake. There were so many weird things happening there. Like, I mean, I could have accepted if I had a fault, but there was genuinely no fault. I was really sick. I could even attach a picture. And again, it's like no one will believe your story until you succeed. So yeah, and I kind of later on kind of regretted I shouldn't have left the teaching job. I'm a human. I made mistakes. I will still be making mistakes because I'm not perfect. I'm not God. So yeah, I did it. The people out there in the coaching, it was so sweet. They took care of me well. I don't know. um I've seen that very rare, honestly, because now I've worked with so many people. You like, or maybe they just treated me like their own, or like they had no option. Like they had me at that time. They just wanted me to not go and blah blah blah. Different reason, but they were nice people. Okay, jokes apart. And yeah, this is it. That's my story. And then I've been I took a pause, I think, for a year, almost 1.5 years. Something happened, and then for a year I was just doing events. I was hosting. There's so much stuff, like no, so much stuff, honestly, so much stuff happening in my personal life now, but I'm back with making videos. So now I hope you like I want you to I want you to subscribe to that. This popping, it will pop up. Shh. So this just subscribe, okay? And I'll be posting not regularly, but as I said, once a week, every Saturday. And also tomorrow is Saturday. Filming this on Friday. So I'll be also making the one video about the Gen Z dating terms. Make sure you press the bell icon, okay? Make sure you press the bell icon. I'll see you guys soon in the next one. And okay, also just let me say, this was little raw. This was just little messy. If you felt like, oh, I'm stupid, I am, because I just took decisions that I felt like I should have taken. And again, it just professional life. It just like it was just a random thing. I never wanted to do teaching like completely whole. I would rather pick digital platform. I'll rather make an app. I'll just post my video even if no one watches them later on, if I you know and then someone is watching. So I would not mind that, but I would not rather wanna work at a place I'm not being treated right, or like I'm just yelled at, like, out of nowhere, and then my personal space is invaded, my personal life is included. I can't take off, I can't take breaks, I can't just, or like, I have no access to holidays, I have no family, I need to be there when they call me. I just can't do that, to be honest. And I do agree, I have worked, um, with the previous company, I have genuinely given heart to that company, and I was like very young. But I think later on, like as I kept on working, I realized that they don't deserve that much. And there's so many people who have left that company in particular. I don't want to say the name, I'm respecting that even, because genuinely they were so horrible. They would just hire, they always hire fresher, they're always hiring, they're always hiring. The reason is that no one stays in that company, and it's just very weird. They would make, there is no posh policy, the most important thing. The manager, this guy, he would say the most sexual thing, even in the groups, even in, like, even on the face, and no one took action. I'm not talking about a teaching aspect, I'm talking about the other job. So I don't know if I can stand that. And I have seen people who are just, who are just, who saw everything, who are literally listening that, who are just literally, eye witnessing the whole scenario, and then they could just be like, I don't care, it's her matter. And if she speaks, like, there's not a single action. So I don't know, like, I had my reasons, honestly. You don't know me better than me, you don't know my scenarios better than I had. So yeah, this is it. I mean, it could be a little weird, it could sound a little toxic, it could have a off vibe, but um what happened, it did. And just one advice: never ever rejoin the company that you yourself resigned, because at that time you had your reason that you resigned. Don't question it. It's just like going back. I don't know how do I say it. Like, there's no, I don't want to even put an example, but it's just my personal experience, because at a time you knew, like, you resigned, you literally gave up on that by yourself, and then just because they hired you, the reason I went was like they offered me the good salary. And then there were two brothers who were owners. So the other brother, he promised me, you know what, Aman, I promise you nothing will happen like that ever again. Everyone will be respectful towards you. If something happens, you call me, I'll deal with it. He didn't even said a single word. It happened again and again and again, repetitively. No one said a single word. And when I would call him, he would just not pick my call, or you know something would happen. So yeah, this is it. Yeah, I think I ended the video. Now let me end it. So this is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want me to put the whole story, what happened, what exactly happened, make a video on that. Till then, take care. Bye bye.